What dangers lie on the long road to the mountains? Find out next on the Adventurers Guild. On the continent of Volanta, in the city of Dakar, there is a place where heroes are forged. Where legends are built one story at a time. What you do with this opportunity is in your hands, and the hands of fate. The Adventurers Guild. Hello and welcome to this episode of the Adventurers Guild. We're so glad to have you. I am your host and Dungeon Master, Paul Cosca, and you are watching a weekly live-streamed D&D anthology show. This is the first episode of a brand new mission, so you are watching at the perfect time. Right now, you know exactly as much as our players do about what's going to happen. Now, this mission, like all of our missions, was chosen by our supporters on Patreon. That's patreon.com/adventurersguildshow. The link's in the description of this video. There's a bunch of cool benefits over there for our patrons, and choosing all of our missions isn't even the coolest, in my opinion. So while you're signing up for that, go do that. I'm going to go introduce our players for this mission. Let's say hello to Zach, Nico, B, Justin, Alice, Angie, in no particular order. Hi, everybody.
Hello, Paul.
Hi.
Hello.
Howdy, y'all.
Hello. Hello, hello.
How are we feeling about diving into a brand new mission where you know nothing about what's going on?
Like every other mission?
Yes, I was going to say, feels completely normal. We're good.
Good. That's what I like. I like to leave you in suspense, if at all possible. Make you wonder and frightened, if I can.
Training us for the real world. Appreciate it.
Yeah, that's my goal. My goal is to make you more well-rounded people. The world is a frightening place, and so are these adventures. Let's go ahead and get into it. This is a good time for everybody to change over to your character names, and I'll do some introductions here. It has been a long couple of weeks down in the basement of the Adventurers Guild. The young men in dark robes have only been down once in all that time, and picked just one from the group waiting to come upstairs. For the rest of you new to the guild, it's been days on end of tedium, waiting for your chance. Finally, the day arrives, and they come and collect you. You're brought upstairs and led to a large meeting hall. There are a few people already in the room, including a woman behind a large wooden desk on the far side of the room. She gives you a nod as you enter. And I will pull up. There she is. She straightens up a little bit and says, "Good morning, adventurers. For those of you who are new, my name is Mariah Olmsted. I'm not the boss around here, but I am your boss. I'm in charge of assignments, but before we get to today's mission, let me collect everyone's information for the ledger. Why don't we start with our returning... yes, James, come on up."
Okay. James?
For Angie's benefit especially, as you're coming up, please do a description so that people at home would see what they would see if they were in the room as you were coming up.
Okay, so you see this 6-foot-something guy with a huge scar on his bald head, a longish beard, built like a refrigerator in full plate armor, just kind of like squeeze his way past. He takes the quill, and this is the first time he's done this for the first time, as first, so he doesn't know what to do. He kind of looks around for direction, and he's just going to scribble his name at the top of the page, wherever it may be, probably on someone else's name.
Great. Noting, of course, that Mariah has literally never asked you to touch the pen. She just takes it from you, says, "Thank you, James." Looks at Mudpack, why don't you come up?
Thank you. Mudpack walks up. You see a 3'3" gnome. He's got curly brown hair and kind of a leathered skin. He has kind of a fur coat, cape. There we go, fur cape, not fur coat, Jesus. And some leather breeches. Well, you know, I don't want people to think like they want to throw red paint on me.
He's bougie.
He did it. He did it with permission and consent and respect. So
Understood.
that's Mudpack. He carries a staff with a mistletoe sprig wrapped around.
And Mariah collects Mudpack's name. Emiliana, why don't you go next?
Very tall, very poised woman with long silvery hair and a single braid down the center steps forward. She's got a long, world-weathered tunic that flares out in a cloak at her waist. There's like colors around the mantle that were visibly once fine and are very much not anymore. And she has two rapiers sheathed at either side, and she steps forward with her arms behind her back. And Emilia and the Dust One.
She writes down the name. Thank you. Crick Stump.
Yeah.
Come on up, please.
Oh, sorry. I am sorry. Crickstump walks up. He's a 5 foot, almost nothing. Wood elf. He's got mud on both his knees and his butt for some reason. He's in a traveler's cloak with just a pretty standard looking quarterstaff on him. Shaved sides of his head. He's rocking a mohawk down the center of his skull, and he marches up to Mariah with some sheer confidence, knowing that they're buddies, and just like, Mariah, how you doing? You doing good, girl?
I'm doing fine, yes?
That's good.
I like the idea that Crickstump might have been inside all day and yet still has mud on him. She takes down Crickstump's name. All right, our new people. She looks to Harrow. Come on up, please.
So, you all see an individual clad in dark leathers, wearing a wide-rimmed black hat. They have tan, warm skin and long black hair that's draped over one shoulder, with small braids of various thickness all throughout it. They have these bright, icy blue eyes that are rimmed in kohl, and their face is decorated with a gold septum piercing. They have their pointed half-elf ears decorated with gold cuffs. They sort of just saunter up and give a small nod to Mariah and then sort of look back at the group curiously.
Your full name?
Harrow Vesper.
And Harrow, if something should happen to you in the course of this mission, is there anyone that you would like us to reach out to?
Nah. Don't have anyone to go back home to.
All right. Thank you very much.
She gives a little tip of her hat and then goes back to the group.
And yes, you there, please come on up, Julian.
Walking up will be a 5'7" human. He's rather leanly built. He's got just like kind of like shortish hair that's just kind of like just kind of pushed back. It's got 3 gray stripes going through it. He's just in leather armor. Just seems very well suited, all that kind of stuff. The only really noticeable thing about him, he's got just a whole beard, and then he's got on his around his eyes are these very intricate tattoos that kind of expand the profile of what his eyes look like. So his eye, it just makes his eyes look like they're much larger than they are. But it's all this kind of intricate tattooing around his eyes from that. And over his back is a silvered greatsword. And he will walk up to Mariah and yes, it is good to see you. I've heard many things about you from everybody else.
Oh, all right. Your full name, please.
Julian Stormwind.
Okay. And if something should happen to you on this mission, is there anyone you would like us to reach out to?
Yes, specifically reach out to Vondel Frostbeard, Quartermaster. He should be able to handle anything that is required of me.
Understood. All right. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
How do you know Vondel?
Oh, he's the Quartermaster.
Looks like we got another sailor on our hands.
Yeah, we do. Hell yeah.
There's a crew of 1,000. As Julian heads back, Mariah closes the ledger. All right. Today you will be accompanying our guest here. He's a geologist. I'll let him explain the particulars. A fresh-faced halfling man steps up. He is dressed he's dressed to go exploring. He's got a pith helmet, a shirt with just an incredible number of pockets, a very rugged-looking kilt, and hiking boots. It's all quite clean, this stuff, and it's tough to tell whether that's because it's new or just very well maintained. But he steps up near the desk, and he says, well, I'm more of a seismologist, but there's not really enough of us to have our own association, so geologist works well enough. Hello, everyone. I'm John Lebec of the Geologists Guild, and I must say I am extremely enthused about doing some field work with you lot. So we are headed to the town of McIntyre in the foothills of the Takalda Mountains, a fair distance north of here. McIntyre has reported several small to moderate-sized earthquakes in the last month. We've received no reports of quakes in any locations near there, so this is certainly something worthy of investigating personally. We've hired you lot to help ensure safe travel to McIntyre and to possibly assist in investigatory efforts once we're there, if the need arises. It's entirely possible, perhaps probable, that these quakes are naturally occurring. Might also be the result of underground, unknown mining operations or creature activity, but whatever the cause, we certainly don't want to wait until a large destructive event happens before investigating it. We'll start by taking a wagon, which I've already made arrangements for. That will get us as far as Basseton. Then we'll need to hike to McIntyre from there. So when you've made all the preparations you need, you can meet me at the North Gate, and we can head out. Any questions? I know that was a lot of information. Yes.
Oh, you're muted.
Whoop, thank you. What is the likelihood of it being something big and bad and a monster? And what is the likelihood of it being earthquakes, you said?
He shrugs and says, well, I mean, most earthquakes are just earthquakes. But one would be foolish to close themselves off from any possibility before fully investigating. But in my time of looking into such things, most of the earthquakes I've investigated have indeed just been earthquakes.
So if something comes up, we hit it, right?
Oh, well, yes. I mean, if there was some, horrible big bad thing, then certainly it would be good to hit. It's not likely that some horrible thing would come out of the ground for tea.
I do like tea. But that's all
This
the
is a
questions. I have.
well-armed party for scientific exploration. What is the likelihood of us needing to hit something?
Well, you know, regardless of what the cause behind the earthquakes are, the fact is that the roads are never entirely safe. I'm sure you've travelled around and seen it yourselves. There's always a possibility of, you know, adventure type things out on the roads. So I would say there's a likelihood of swinging a sword.
You're talking like bandits and scallywags out there, right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
There's plenty of those
got you.
types on the roads.
The
So
usual.
it would be unwise for me alone to make that trek by myself, of course.
Yeah. No, we've seen that out there. That makes perfect sense. Yeah.
Mhm.
And you'd make quite a target by yourself.
Well, I mean, I you know, can. I don't know that I would say I could handle myself, but I'm not completely unaware. But I would rather not take the chance.
All right.
Wise choice.
Any other questions before I head out to arrange the last things for the wagon?
Oh,
I
what
have
exactly?
Oh, please.
Uh,
I have
what
a
is-
question for myself.
Let's start with Julian.
What is it specifically that you were in the process of excavating in this area or studying?
I've not been there personally in some time.
Simply going because this has been an intriguing amount of seismic activity.
Yes. I was there probably 2 years ago, just doing some surveying, but we're there specifically to look into these quakes.
Understood.
And Emiliana.
I have a question for Miss Ofsted. If anyone
Mhm.
else has questions for the gentleman, we should let him be on his way. So.
Yeah. Any other questions for Lebec at this time? I mean, you'll be traveling with him, so you'll have plenty of time to talk to him. Well, all right. Well, I will go. I will meet you at the North Gate when you are all ready. And
We will see you there.
he heads out. Mariah says, so for this mission, you will be receiving 40 gold apiece.
Ooh.
I have a common healing potion for your group, and the Geologist Guild has given us a potion of stone skin that can be used for this mission. She sets those on the desk. Who is going to handle the common healing potion?
I have an unused health potion from last time, so I was gonna buy another, so someone else can take that.
Are you sure?
Who is particularly
yeah.
squishy and might need a potion?
I'm fairly squishy.
I have
That was pretty. The term is. I appreciate the term, and yet I don't identify with the term. If you know what I'm saying, but
Yes.
I am squishy.
And who will take possession of the stone skin potion?
Now, do we know exactly what that does?
Yeah, it casts stone skin, which is a decently powerful spell.
Turns your skin into stone.
I was gonna say it's a buff to AC, right?
It is, yes. So, no, it's until the spell ends, you have resistance to all non-magical bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage.
Ooh.
And it lasts for an hour.
Ooh.
I mean, yeah, sure.
That is more.
Tempting. That is so tempting.
Uh,
Oof.
I just want to make sure somebody writes those down now, so we're not 2 sessions later wondering who has that potion.
I have written them down. Okay, that and Mudpack is taking the common healing, writing that down also.
Got it.
Yeah, Crix will walk up there and be like, I could use that. I don't know. Yeah. just gonna like just slyly put it in his bag.
Okay.
Mariah says, Lebec, on behalf of the Geologist Guild, will also be taking care of lodging accommodations. There aren't many towns you'll be passing through, but when you do, they'll be taking care of that.
Understood.
Will that also include food and drink?
I imagine to a minimal degree, don't order the steak or anything, but yeah, I'm sure there's some allowance for that. Lebec would probably have more information.
We'll ask the fella.
We can chat with him on the way.
Emiliana, did you have any other questions for Mariah?
Mariah, I would have you make a small amendment to my file. If I were to fall in combat, there is a young girl held in the possession of the order that I would have informed.
All right. I will make that change.
She goes by the name Antonia.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, do well. Help others out there as you can. It's a fair trek to McIntyre from here. So if you see people in need of assistance, do us proud.
Thank you.
The young men in dark robes come in and lead you out of the meeting room, out through the hallways, and you find yourselves on the front steps of the Adventurers Guild. It is... Let's see what the weather looks like right now. Oh, it's nice out.
Lovely.
Yeah, most of the clouds have broken away. There's a little bit of like a chilly breeze still in the air, but the sun is definitely out and shining, and you've got the city in front of you. What you know is that you do have a couple of small towns on the way where supplies could possibly be procured. But obviously, if you need things, now is kind of the time for it, because this has certainly more than any of these small towns will. So are there any errands, anything that you would like to do before leaving Takar?
I would like to go to the store to get a health potion if anyone would like to join me.
I'll go with you.
Cool.
I will as well.
Yeah. We don't need to roleplay through that. Health potions right now are the standard price. God, what do I usually have that as? I just left my brain suddenly.
35.
Yes, 35. You are correct. I was like, oh my god.
5 gold each.
Yeah. No, it's like trying to fool the sub, except it's just me. Yeah, that was something. That just like, of course, I could pull up my document that says shops in Takar and take a look at that.
That's what brains are for, though.
Yeah.
To have holes in them and for things to leak out, so we can constantly keep plugging in.
Exactly. Actually, it's 30 gold. So 30 gold for a common healing potion. So those who would like to procure one can do so quite easily. No shortage this week.
Yep, you can take that gold easily. But while we're there, I do want to ask Dustborn about little old Junior.
She is hurt, and I do not know if she will ever heal.
Oh,
I
good
have
thing
hope.
we have healing potions.
It is not that kind of hurt. I have hope, but I simply wanted her to know that girl has experienced enough loss and enough abandonment. I would not have her thinking that I was simply ignoring her, should I fall.
Fair enough.
Is this that Antonia that you spoke about earlier?
She... a complication from our last mission. She has...
What kind of complication?
Well, basically, these really...
She fell in with
really-
the wrong sort. We had to kill the people she loved.
That is true, but they were
Speaking
kind
of
of
which-
really mean.
speaking of which, Julian, that is a strange sword you carry. Or was it Crickstump who carried it, the silver sword?
That's just Julian.
Julian, that is a very strange sword that you carry. The last people I met who had such swords did not get along well. May I ask for your reason?
When you're at sea and in the ventures that the Nilo tends to choose to progress to, you are faced often with the unknown. Any precaution when facing the unknown is of great importance, and it is why I was recruited to the crew in the first place.
But you do not seek out the innocent to harm them.
Well, of course not. No, I protect the innocent at all costs against that which is unknown.
That will do for now.
Welcome to the guild.
Oh, thank you. Yes, it's taken me a little while. The rest of the crew seem to greatly enjoy it. It is not entirely my cup of tea, but I felt that it was my turn to do so.
Well, if you're anything like the other guys, you're gonna fit in just fine. Like they took a second, but honestly, they started loving it right away.
They got their land legs, as it were.
That's
Yes.
right.
So I have heard. Yes, there's been certainly a mixture that they have always experienced on all of these adventures. I hope that I will be of equal importance. Though I must say I am slightly different than all of them, but I hope I am still good company for you all.
Yeah. I mean, me, Mudpack, we definitely bring the charm to the party. So you're fine, however you are. Don't worry about it.
You can just flash your tattoos and get us into anywhere, and we'll, cover the place in vines or something like that.
Sounds delightful.
So healing potions are procured. Any other errands or anything else you'd like to do here in Takar before you head out?
Crickstump just had to make a quick pit stop over at like the whatever postmaster there is.
Mm-hmm.
Just he needs to just send off a little payment. That's all.
Yeah, you head over to the courier's shop, and take care of that. Is 1 gold for the postage.
Okay, and then he sends another 10 on the way.
Okay.
And Hera would like to go to either a local pub or anywhere that sells alcohol, distilled spirits, just to fill up a flask that they carry around with themselves.
Yeah, as you make your way a little north of the guild. Actually, let me think about that map in my head. Go ahead and make an investigation check. We'll see where you end up.
Ooh, investigation.
Please, thirsty seahorns.
That is a 18.
Okay. Yeah, you wander through and you do find yourself at the Thirsty Seahorse, which is a very large bar near the docks. Is there something in particular you are looking for?
Well, her favorite is dark whiskey. So if that's available, she'll take that. But if it's not, anything. It's actually part of one of her spells. So she needs either alcohol or distilled spirits.
Yeah, you could find a little pony keg for, let's see if I've got a price for that here. That's 1 for 1 shot. We'll say for 15 gold would get you a pony keg of a dark whiskey.
Perfect. 15 gold it is. And now I am down to 5 gold only. But I will take it.
anything else that anyone would like to do before hitting the open road? All right. Well, you all split up a bit and then make your way back to the north gate. And you can see that Lebec is there at the north gate, at the stables. He's currently brushing down a horse, which for him is a bit of a trick. It does require a step stool. But he's making sure that the horse is very neat and very tidy before they hit the road. The horse seems fine with it. As you all make your way up, he says, well, excellent. Are we ready to sally forth then?
Hell yeah, let's go.
You know the horse will not hold that shine for long.
Well, nothing shines forever, but a continued upkeep and maintenance is it makes the next round of upkeep and maintenance easier.
If you wish to do battle with the dust of the road, I will not stop you.
Well, one should at least make an attempt to keep up appearances when they are able. And he hefts his way up to the driver's seat. Go ahead and set your things where you are able to. You can see that the back of this wagon has enough room for comfortably 8. So for the 6 of you, it's not too bad. Not enough room that you could lay down and sleep in it comfortably, except for maybe Mudpack. But it's definitely comfortable enough for the ride. And as he gets the horses moving, we'll have a bit of a music change, and let's see what our conditions are like. Mudpack, go ahead and roll a d10 for me.
Hooray! What? Here you are. Ooh, exciting. Where'd you go? Oh God, everything's moving around. Oh dear. That's a 1.
Okay. So as...
It's a hurricane. Sorry, I'm going to stop doing that. Sorry.
As midday comes in, a very brief but very uncomfortable wind, rain, and hailstorm blows over. It only lasts for about 10 minutes, but in that 10 minutes, a good 2 inches of rain fills the bottom of the wagon. And there are little hailstones floating in it. And all of you are just utterly soaked.
I want to lean
completely.
I want to lean up behind Ledak and just go, told you so.
Already, Lebec has a handkerchief that he's pulled out, a very dry handkerchief that he's pulled out of one of these pockets, and is meticulously wiping everything down and fixing his hair and wiping down his clothes. Well, that was quite refreshing, wasn't it?
Mudpack shakes like a big old shaggy dog.
Yeah. You are all very cold. It's one of those, it's like you just can't shake it at this moment. It's all the way down to your bones, and all of you are going to roll at disadvantage for Constitution checks.
Rude.
Until this evening's rest.
Checks or saving throws?
We're gonna say checks.
Okay.
Not gonna be just utterly horrible.
Yeah. Crickstump is taking out his water skin, is trying to fill it and pour it out of the wagon as much as he can. But it's only this big at a time, so he's doing it for a while. Eventually,
the wagon's not waterproof. Just scooping it right out of the wagon.
Does Druidcraft have the capability of manipulating water?
Well, if someone had shape water, I'm sure it would be a little easier.
Well, yeah, but I don't have that.
Well, I'm sorry.
Really, the wagon is not like watertight. So after about 10 minutes, most of it has drained out. It was just so intense that it was able to fill up. As the day goes on, it does get a little bit sunnier, but every time there's a little bit of breeze, it just cuts right through you. Harrow, go ahead and roll for me a d6.
All right. I will say Harrow is sharing a little bit of her whiskey if anybody wants to warm up. That is a 5.
Okay. It is getting to be about, we'll say like 2, 3 o'clock. We still got a few hours of travel before we need to make camp. Everybody go ahead and roll a perception check. I will collect those in just a second. Mudpack.
7.
7. Harrow.
14.
14. Emiliana.
11.
11. Crickstump.
25.
25. Julian.
Natural 1.
Nat 1. Solid. James.
15.
15. So you're all getting kind of comfortable in the cart, as comfortable as you can be with as cold as you have been. Crickstump, you look down the road and you get, you know that impression you get when you know something is off, even though you don't know quite what it is? Like you might have caught something out of the corner of your eye and you just don't know, you can't put your finger on what it is that is wrong. That's that feeling that suddenly comes over you. You have spotted something, but you don't know what it is you've spotted yet. You just have this like feeling in the pit of your stomach that something is wrong.
Hey, Mud. Hey, Mud.
Hi.
Something's out there, and I don't know what it is, but something don't feel quite right, guys. I don't know what it is.
Julian would react to this in some way, but is his natural 1 making that not the case?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I would say Julian might have like the road just kind of lulled you a little bit. I would say that Crickstump, if you would like to do something, you've got an action that you can do right now.
Yeah, I was looking at it. I don't have. Do I have anything that would help me? Honestly, like at this point, I'm more likely to just kind of hunker down and be like, everyone, just keep their eyes peeled real quick.
Was it more of a feeling, or did you see something?
Both, I think. I'm pretty sure something might be out there.
Mudpack would like to cast magic at first level.
Yeah, let's see how far that reaches. He said ominously.
Oh no.
Yeah, so Mudpack, you take a moment to close your eyes and push your awareness outward, and you do get some feelings back, like there's some magical presence out ahead, and suddenly your concentration is almost, if not completely broken, as the wagon suddenly lurches. I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw,
Ooh.
and Julian, you're making that at disadvantage.
Okie dokie.
Oh, bad.
Okay. Let's just say, for the sake of this, who got below an 11 or below? Okay. Harrow, as the wagon suddenly dips down, I'll roll for Lebec as well. As the wagon suddenly dips down and forward, you are in the midst of taking a drink. And it's not, you don't like fall on the floor, you just smack yourself right in the face with your flask. And that does deal 2 points of bludgeoning damage as it just crashes right into your nose.
Like right above the teeth.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Just like
that spot, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what I was thinking.
yeah.
Bumpy road, ain't it? Ugh.
And you find very quickly that the front two wheels of the wagon have suddenly fallen into what is apparently a ditch in the road.
Oh, God.
And I need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh,
Here we go.
Is that the extent of my disadvantage, or did this
That's the extent of your disadvantage. I'm apparently feeling generous.
I like these. Also, now that we're going into initiative, Paul, I do apologize for not sending you some stuff.
I mean, you can send it right now.
I could.
Let's see here. Just gotta roll a couple of things over here. Don't worry about it.
That is way too many dice. I'm very uncomfortable right now.
It's fine.
I mean, it's never just one bandit.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
but
mean-
that's too,
I swear to God.
that's too many bandits.
What if stop. I'm going to stop giving him ideas. I'm going to stop giving him ideas. What if it's the no? Because next time it will be that.
Okay.
Next time it will be that.
Yes.
Let's get initiatives. Anybody 21 to 25?
I rolled a natural 20.
Okay. What's your initiative bonus there?
0.
Okay, so you're at a 20.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so James up there at 20. 16 to 20 then.
Also 20. But since he rolled
Yeah.
I'll go after him.
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay, let's see if there's anybody else there.
Any other bandits?
You know, just the thousands.
Yeah, thousands of bandits.
Hundreds upon thousands.
The swarm of bandits.
Every single time.
How about 11 to 15?
I got 15.
15 for Miliana.
And Mudpack got 11.
Mudpack at 11.
Good extremes of that range. Well done.
Mhm.
Well done.
All right, 6 to 10.
9 for Julian.
9 for Julian.
And 8 for Harrow.
Coming out strong.
Doing
Yeah.
good.
You know, it's gotta save all that, like, oh, suspense. See, I was doing it just by searching for the word.
Okay, let's get a bit of a change in the music as we dive into initiative here, and it's not so fun and friendly.
Danger.
It might still be
Danger.
fun.
Paul, I just sent it to you.
Great.
Go on.
Perfect. Let me pull that up.
because it will probably come into play right now.
Perfect. Okay. First up in the initiative order is James. James, here's what you know. The wagon has just lurched forward and is currently kind of stuck. And go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay, perception. Let's see. That is +1. That is a 8 + 1, a 9.
Okay. You know that this definitely feels intentional. Like, this feels like a trap. You just can't see where the trap's coming from yet.
Okay.
So you can hold an action to wait for something to pop out, or you can go do something.
I can't see anything.
At this moment, you cannot see anything.
Okay, I would like to hold an action. And that action would be, as soon as I see someone, I'm going to use command on them to approach.
Okay. Understood.
And that's the end of my turn. Oh,
yeah.
And I get out of the cart for my movement. That's it.
Okay, so you get out and are kind of looking around, waiting for someone to pop out.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Crickstump.
Yep. That is me.
And just like, go ahead and make a perception check.
Stay in that. 15.
Yeah, you don't spot anything right yet. You know, obviously, that you're in some kind of trap. Like, something's about to come. You just don't know what it is yet.
Okay. I am going to first use Shalala to just on my staff right away, and then, and here you go, Paul. I am gonna cast Conjure Animals. Let's go 4 at half.
So 4 animals at...
And I got out of the cart, too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where do these animals end up?
They're gonna end up, in front... Because I assume James hasn't moved from the cart, am I right in thinking that?
James is, right near the cart.
Yeah. I'm putting them about 5 feet out from us.
Okay. All right. I use summon that take the form of beasts and appear in unoccupied spaces. They're friendly to your companions.
Live on your...
Yeah, we're going to figure this out as we go.
It's gonna be my new favorite spell, so we gotta get used to it.
So in order to be as fair as possible, I am rolling for it.
That's fair.
So I'm not going to determine its usefulness. That is entirely up to the die. You tell me, so that I can finish up the RP from here. Tell me what conjuring this looks like for you.
For me, I'm literally closing my eyes and with my quarterstaff just kind of knocking it to the ground just once, and I assume that from it because they're supposed to be, the animals that are conjured are considered fey. So for me, it's he just knocks the ground as he's knocking on a door, and then from the ground pop up these fey creature animals. That's all I'm thinking of. And that cat is doing its best George of the Jungle impression behind you, and it's fantastic.
I'm so sorry.
All I can think about
in a crazy mood.
All I can think about is the fey creatures are just that cat.
Yeah, it's just 4 of those cat.
Yep.
That cat.
Yep.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure cats are CR0, so you can't go that.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So you close your eyes, push forward your power to summon these creatures, and before you open your eyes, you hear this like slapping sound, like
No.
and as you open your eyes, 4 wriggling sharks are hopping across the ground.
Why?
Sharknado.
That's what I rolled.
What
If
it's
it if
just
it,
the
if it
shark?
had been a 1, it would have gotten you apes, but it was not a 1. Now I will say that these sharks are something that you could probably pick up,
Yep.
Oh.
Swinging sharks around.
or if you had like some kind of windy spell. You know, I don't want to throw ideas at you, but these sharks could be moved.
Wait, how
such a way.
many? I'm looking at the. Yep, we're waiting.
Okay, so Crickstump, you cast Shillelagh and summon 4 reef sharks to your aid, and they look ready to go. They are friendly to you. They are ready to aid you. They don't entirely understand how to do so at this moment, but they are. You point them in a direction, and they will flop.
All right.
They're like Magikarp with teeth.
Yeah. Basically,
So you know, don't hate. Don't hate. They're ready.
they're ready.
That is
Why?
going to hold. Okay. Out of the bushes,
I'm done.
3 crossbow bolts fire out. The first one is going to be at James. And James, that is a 14 to hit.
You're muted, James.
Psych! It does not hit me. Take that.
The second one's also at James.
Rude?
I mean, be the big guy in shining armor. That's kind of what happens. That's a 21 to hit.
Okay, even more rude, but that does hit. Do I see where it came from?
Yeah, you can see where it comes from.
Ooh. Okay, do I see the person who's shot him?
They haven't revealed themselves. They look like they're pretty prepared for this ambush. That was
Oh.
9 points of piercing damage from that one.
Rude.
Yeah,
Okay,
they rolled
all right.
max damage
we'll play
on
that game.
And the third
okay.
crossbow bolt is aimed at Crickstump, who jumped out of the wagon, and that is a 20 to hit.
That does hit.
That is for 7 points of piercing damage.
Cool. I love it. Can't get enough. Also, Paul, just to
Yes.
let you know, I did roll initiative for those creatures.
Great.
And they rolled a 15.
Great.
So
I will put them.
if that makes any difference in their flopping.
Yeah, I'll put them in the order. We'll put those little guys right there. Reef sharks, not quite street sharks. Beautiful. Another crossbow bolt comes out, and this one is aimed at Julian.
Okay.
But that is only a 7 to hit. So I have a feeling that will not.
Will not.
Perfect. Emiliana, you are up.
Hey. I would like to vault over the side of the wagon. Am I on the same side that the bolts just came from?
You can be.
I'm on the same side that the bolts just came from, and I'm going to
Great.
jump over that side of the wagon. Looking around, do I see any other approaching combatants?
Go ahead and make a perception check. And the DC is lower on this because they've made some attacks here.
That's a natural one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know exactly where they are.
I'm gonna go there.
Okay. You run up on a creature that has been holding its action up to this moment. You run up looking for a guy with a crossbow. You push through the underbrush. The rest of you just watch as Emiliana disappears, just into the forest. And Emiliana, you come face to face with not a very large, it's like just slightly bigger than you, green dragon.
What?
Oh.
Who just as soon as you approach, exhales this poisonous breath.
Oh.
So I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Goodbye, everyone. It's been fun playing with you. Not at disadvantage, correct?
Not at disadvantage.
We just met. We just met.
16.
Okay, that is a success.
You know, just a green dragon.
So you only take half damage.
It's a little one.
I'm sorry.
Not a big one. So that is 22 halved down to 11. That is 11 points of poison damage.
Oh my god, no.
Okay.
What the fuck? Whoa, wait, whoa.
Cool.
Hey, I'd like a brief reminder that I did not roll for this particular encounter to happen.
Okay.
So
Yeah, but you
You know.
rolled reef sharks, so
I did roll reef sharks. That's on me. I'll take the reef sharks. Hey, you find a way for them to be useful. That's
I am working on it.
good. Good.
Does my natural one prevent me from taking the rest of my turn?
No, you can absolutely take the rest of your action.
Brilliant. I'm gonna go dragon, and I'm gonna stab a dragon.
No!
I'm gonna stab a dragon.
Yeah, you do
We
it.
can have a
Go for
buddy! We can train it.
That is not my best. That is just a 14.
14 does not hit.
Okay, I'm gonna do an
God.
offhand attack and try again.
Okay.
That's much better. That's 23.
23 will hit.
And I'm going to try to trip this dragon.
Okay.
So that's... Ooh! That's 20 points of damage.
Wow.
I rolled a 7 and an 8 on 2d8 plus 5.
Okay. And does it needs to make a strength saving throw?
It needs to make a strength saving throw DC 13.
It fails. So after it breathes this poisonous gas in your face, you are able to lash out with your swords, and you slice a big chunk out of one of its wings and kind of slice across its foot, and it rears back and falls on its side. Definitely not prepared for that level of attack.
Fuck it, it's a dragon, and I'm gonna action surge.
Okay.
Leon's pretty badass.
There you go.
So
But we
I'm
could
gonna,
train it.
I'm gonna take another attack at advantage because it is prone.
Yeah.
It's called Dungeons and
It's a
Dragons.
16 to hit.
16 does not hit.
Oh shit.
You stab at it, and its hide is just so thick that your sword just skates across.
Okay, cool. Don't love that. Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna have a thing roll a perception check.
More things?
Yeah.
Emiliana, as you feel very good about getting this dragon on its back, you hear this shriek behind you, and out of the underbrush comes this slightly smaller young green dragon.
No.
That is going to attempt to bite you as it swoops in.
No.
How many times?
Desmond, what did you do? What the heck?
Rolled this encounter.
But that is only an 8 to hit.
Mm-mm.
In its rage against you, it's just off the mark, and it swoops in, like buzzes right over your head, and lands with a slide, protecting its brethren, or trying to. Okay.
2 dragons!
It's like in Twister. Cow. Another cow. It is the reef shark's turn, and the reef sharks are going to hold their action.
Yes, they are.
Until someone comes within biting range.
Until I command it. God damn it.
They are ready to go. Do you control them on their initiative?
I believe
You do.
I
Sure.
do. I've read this a couple times. So the summoned creatures are friendly to you and your companions.
If you don't issue commands.
Yeah, I issue commands to them.
Got it.
So I assume I do. And I have all their stats if that makes it easier for
They
you.
obey any verbal commands that you issue to them, no action required. If you don't issue any commands, they defend themselves from hostile creatures, but otherwise take no actions.
Yep.
So what verbal command are you giving the reef sharks?
I think I'm more terrified right now that I accidentally summoned sharks on land, so I'm just telling them to hold on a minute. Just hold on.
Okay.
This,
This
this is literally all I'm saying, because I'm trying to figure out how to make this better.
Better than summoning air-breathing creatures in the ocean.
Yes. But
They're
Just underwater.
yeah.
they are holding. They are still flopping, but they are ready to go. They're ready to get into the fight.
How far are they from the wagon?
The sharks,
Yes.
like 6 feet away.
Awesome. Cool.
There's just a line of sharks, just like meatily flopping around.
Ready.
Yeah, Mudpack, you are up.
Mudpack is going to jump off the wagon behind the sharks, and with his quarterstaff and its magical mistletoe, he's going to connect with that and swirl it in the air, moving the energy and casting Thunder Wave in the direction of the sharks to blow them into the bushes.
What are you?
Solid choice.
Sharknado!
Dig it.
What is happening? What
Yeah.
guys?
I'm sorry, is that not what you wanted?
That is hilarious.
That's exactly what I wanted.
Did
What
I
I'll say
do
is,
good or bad? I can't tell.
no, I think it's great. What I'll say is this: Crickstump, would you want to command them to lean into it and to fail this check, so they can be thrown?
You know what? Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, man. Thanks for
Flying
going with me on
sharks.
this.
Yeah.
Hey, floppy boys, get ready for the ride.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your 2d8 thunder damage.
Sorry, I'm just like, who's playing? What's happening? Is it me? Am I playing D&D right now?
Sure
What a
are.
great live
Sorry,
stream you walked in.
guys. I'm so excited to throw sharks, more or less, with my attack, with my spell attack bonus.
No, it's just 2d8.
Oh, that's just 3.
Well, that's
We
what you
don't-
want, though.
Yeah,
Good. We don't want to hurt the sharks. They're on our side.
Oh yeah. Sorry,
So
guys.
the reef sharks each take 3 points of
It's been a
thunder
while,
damage.
Justin. Give me a break. Sorry.
So here's what
Sorry,
happens. Mudpack leaps down, and suddenly this thunderous like gong rings out, and 4 reef sharks go flying into the air and into the underbrush. I'm gonna roll some luck checks, just kind of see where they land, and I'm gonna say if they roll above a 13, that they will have landed within melee of someone that they can attack right away.
Paul, on your luck checks, will any of them land next to each other?
Or Emiliana.
Probably not, but let's see.
Okay.
The first one is just shy. Second one's on somebody. Third one's on somebody.
Okay.
Fourth one's on somebody.
Yes.
3 out of the 4 reef sharks landed near enough to someone to immediately make an attack.
Good God. Okay.
So,
God.
All right.
Chomp.
And after doing that, Mudpack wants to dash forward behind them and see what is going on.
yeah, so you run forward as there's suddenly a panicked cry coming from several different places as these humanoid individuals in Mudpack, you can see they're in like green robes, are now wrestling with sharks that have been flung at them.
It's nom nom time
Yeah.
for the sharks.
I'm sure the street sharks had some catchphrase that I would be good to know here, but I don't remember it.
Let's blade, man. I don't remember.
Let's
I know
blade.
they rollerbladed. That's all I remember.
Let's blade.
What
Great.
is this show right now? What is happening?
Okay, let's make some attacks
best.
for some reef sharks.
All right, let's do it.
Why don't we have you do that, Crickstump?
Yeah, I've got it all.
Yeah, go ahead and make the first one.
First one is a 17 to hit.
17 absolutely will hit.
Okay. Should I just make the other two and then?
No, let's do them one at a time.
All right. So, I'm gonna go with you. All right. First one did 5 piercing damage.
Okay. Gets a really good hunk of the guy's shoulder as it's wriggling. Not enough to kill him outright, but like there's a lot of meat gone. Yeah, go ahead and roll your next one.
Oh my God! It's just another 17.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Right on the money.
This is ridiculous. Oh, that's 8 piercing damage.
Okay. This one like latches on to his neck and it's just wriggling around. He is 1 step away from dead.
Okay.
Third one.
Yeah.
I don't know if I wanted that, but okay. That's fair.
Third one's a 21.
Yeah, that'll absolutely hit.
Wait. Oh, it's right here. Okay. That's 9 piercing damage.
Okay.
Jesus.
This one lands like Mudpack. You run fast enough that you're able to see this, just because you should be able to see it. He looks up, and a shark just lands perfectly onto his head, and just continues traveling as it bites down and falls to the ground. The man has no head, and he doesn't last. Things don't last long without heads. It tends to be
naturally.
the end of things. So yeah, he's absolutely dead.
Our wagon, go! He'll yell at them as they're being eaten by sharks.
Hey,
What?
Paul,
Yeah.
Done.
What happened?
does any of this activate my action?
You haven't seen anybody yet. You just seen the
Oh,
sharks
well.
go flying. Nobody's actually come out of the brush yet.
God damn
And
it!
you heard me yell about dragons.
Fair.
Yeah. So no one's actually come out to attack. It's just an absolute horror show happening behind the brush.
In the underbrush.
Okay, I think that brings us to Julian.
Yes. I just hear, a massacre happening in the bushes.
Yep.
And that's probably good because there were sharks thrown in there. I run in with sharks. They're gnarly. So,
You want to pick up that other one and help him on his way?
So, from noises that have been heard, was Julian in a position where he could hear Emiliana's hollering or no?
I would say everyone heard. The dragons were not quiet.
Right. Okay. So Julian will vault over the side of the wagon and run in the direction that Emiliana went.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to find it without too much difficulty. You see Emiliana is facing off against two, not, like, again, they're not big, but they're, like, 8 foot tall dragons. One of which is on its back.
Okay. Julian will. Well, and they're currently aggressing my companion, so he will use a bonus action to cast Thunderous Smite, and he will attack the one that is still standing, not fallen up.
All right.
No, I do. Okay, so. That is only a 14 to hit.
14 does not hit.
Okay. Doesn't do anything. Thunder Strike just remains active. I just have to concentrate on it. And he will just kind of ready himself and stand there next to Emiliana. So.
Okay. You are readied. Preparing to defend.
Oh,
Harrow.
and they're,
yes.
Sorry, real quick. They're in melee range, right?
Yes.
Okay. So he will move next to Emiliana, and he'll briefly say just like, wow, you certainly do find intriguing things on these ventures, and then he will shut his eyes. And the tattoo is continued on the backside of his eyes. That is more intricate. So it's still doesn't look like eyeballs, but it's like it's just like patterning that comes out in that shape of eyes. And he closes his eyes as he readies himself next to her.
Okay. Noted. Harrow, you are up.
All right, so upon hearing the confirmation of dragons and also the chaos that's happening with people screaming, Harrow is going to use up 2 of her metamagic points. Where are they at? Gotta find those here. To use Mage Armor as a bonus action with the let me double check. Yeah, the quicken spell.
Yeah.
Metamagic. So Mage Armor as a bonus spell, bonus action. And then I'm gonna jump out of the wagon to see if they can see a target or anything.
You could certainly go into the underbrush to.
Into the underbrush.
Yeah. From the road, you really can't see anything, but if you just kind of get off the road a little bit, you'll probably be able to see some stuff.
All right, I'll get close enough that I'm not so close to melee range. Is there anything that I see? Okay.
Yeah, you kind of you poke yourself into the underbrush a little bit, and you do see a couple of humanoid figures wrestling with sharks.
All right. How far away from them? From me? Are they?
I would say you're about 8 feet.
8 feet?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and use poison spray on the closest one. It's a 10 feet
Yeah.
Action.
And I believe they are making a Constitution save for that.
Mudpack is
Yes.
still in that area. Just so
This
we know.
this one isn't an area of effect. This is just
Okay.
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
instantaneous
yeah.
action.
So only this person needs to make the con save.
Yeah.
And yeah, 4 is not going to do it. I'm quite
Yep.
sure.
Yeah, I don't think so. So that is a 1d12. So let me see.
Do I have to make it for the shark too?
No. Don't ask me how. I don't want to explain it.
That's going to be a total of 6 poison spray.
Okay. You. Why don't you go ahead and describe for me what poison spray looks like for Harrow?
Yeah. So, first of all, for their mage armor, when they came out, they wrapped a leather cord around their wrist, and then this like burst of black shadowy mage armor came over them, and then the noxious poison spray, they threw it out towards the individual, and it's sort of this puff of black and green that shoots out of their hand and sort of just goes right up and through their mouths and their nose to cause damage.
Yeah. And it definitely does, because as it extends out, he's gasping for air, wrestling with a shark, and just breathes it all in and just crumples to the ground.
Nice.
Super dead.
Nice.
That's movement, action, bonus action. I think that's it, Harrow, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. James, as you are waiting, looking, you see someone run in front of the cart towards where everybody else is in the underbrush. And they don't look friendly.
Oh, come over here. I do the mom finger and cast command. Yeah, wisdom saving throw of 13.
They roll a nat 20.
Whoa,
So he
screw you
turns
two.
and just straight up gives you the finger. Just
Okay, you know what? You're gonna lose that finger. Okay.
You're grounded.
Grounded.
and then as he does so, he raises a crossbow and fires it at you.
Oh shit.
Rude. Okay. What? I feel targeted.
You are targeted by a crossbow. But that is only a 14 to hit.
Nice try.
So he gives the finger, fires, and just bounces off your armor.
I don't think I can do Hellish Rebuke, right? Because I'm not damaged.
Yeah, you require
Womp womp.
damage.
Okay.
3 more individuals come out from that side where that other person was, and as this one like waves them over, they're all gonna come and attack you, James.
What? All right.
They've got
Let's see how
short
this
swords
goes.
and they're going for it. So
All
the
right.
first attack is a 13 to hit.
Does not hit.
Second's a nat 1.
Not hit.
Third's a 7. So you are just able to just very easily deflect these. Go ahead and roll an attack roll for me as though it's an attack of opportunity
Sure.
for this nat 1.
That is a 19 plus. What am I going to attack them with? Let's just do a maul.
Yeah,
Right
it
to the
hits.
Face.
Absolutely hits.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll damage for that.
Okay. How vindictive do I feel today? Should I add a spite?
They're not very powerful, I'm gonna be honest.
I feel vindictive though.
Ooh.
6 plus 3 plus 9, that is 12 damage. I'm just gonna take my maul right to the face.
Okay,
You
so
done?
So the three of them,
Specifically.
are like swarming you. You're deflecting blows. The second one trips, and after you deflected that third blow, you just bring the hammer around and just Gallagher him right into the ground, right to the face.
I look around. I'm like, who's next?
Yeah, he is donezo.
Not me, buddy. Not me.
And now, James, it is your turn.
Oh hell yeah! You know what? I'm not playing nice today. I'm gonna do inflict wounds. Just on whichever one's closer to me.
Okay.
Okay. That is a 12 plus 5.
Yeah, that'll definitely hit.
Okay, so 3d10. Today's a good day. I can feel it. That is a 10, a 10, and a 6.
Holy
That's a pretty
crow.
good day. That's a pretty good day.
Why
Holy
don't-
crow.
So good.
Why don't you
I
go
would
ahead
like-
and describe how someone would die from something like that?
So I come down with my maul and I look at the other one and I'm just going to grab their face and the life force drains out of them into mine and I just throw them on the ground and just go poof. I like it.
Cold.
That's what I do.
Cold.
Whoa.
Yeah, he's absolutely dead. You've only got one other that's standing nearby, and then the leader-looking person a few feet away. Anything else for your turn, James?
I only have one in front of me, correct?
Yes, one in melee.
Okay, I'm going to focus on that one on my next turn, but that's about it for me.
Okay. Crickstump.
Oh yeah, it's me. Cool. You say the leader ran right in front of me and James there?
Yes.
Okay, so if I were to run after the sharks, I'd have to run by him.
No, there's enough distance that you wouldn't have to do that.
Okay, perfect. What I'm gonna do is, and you have to let me know if this is okay or not.
Okay.
Mudpack, earlier I remarked that it would be easier to clean this up with shape water, not realizing that I also had shape water.
Team, what the hell?
I am not going to say anything critical or judgmental right now because that's there's no place for that.
That's very
But
helpful.
I'm really glad that you found that you had that spell. That's really cool.
Right. So
Good spell.
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cast shape water from my water pouch, if that's okay, Paul.
Sure. It's not much water, but yeah.
Yeah, and I'm gonna frickin' the one shark that didn't quite make it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a hand, a
I would
slide.
I would like to give it a slide towards the leader guy.
All right, let's take a look here.
It says I can freeze it and move it how I like. So if I just scoop it and toss him towards.
Yeah, I'm going to say that this is going to be to do this whole thing, to freeze the water, to move the shark, to do all that. It's going to be the whole action, bonus action, everything.
That is perfectly fine.
Okay. Go ahead, just for the sake of having you roll for something, go ahead and make a dexterity check. You're carefully sliding the shark across. We're going to see how well you could do that. It's Olympic curling, the shark.
Said dex check.
Yeah.
Okay, I just bought new dice, by the way. Me and Nico, like yesterday or the day before. 2 days ago. Bought them specifically for Crickstump. I am rolling great with them. This is a 23 dex check.
Okay. Like an outstanding Olympic curler, you take your wriggling shark, you put it on the ice, you give it a couple of tests back and forth, and then just like shark shuffleboard, it wriggles its way across. And it had not yet made an attack because it was holding that attack for when something was near. So it's going to go ahead and make that attack. And I'll you rolled well enough that it's going to get advantage because it's aimed like perfectly in there.
Awesome.
But it did only roll a 6 both times.
Oh, wait, for the shark?
Yeah, you know what? Go ahead and roll for it at advantage.
Okay.
I forgot that you were doing that.
Well, it rolled a 14. I don't know if that's going to be good enough for leader, man.
14 does hit.
Hey!
Okay.
These sharks are doing work.
Nom nom time, people. Nom nom.
Yes!
Nom nom.
Take it or roll again. Okay. That's 8 piercing damage.
8 piercing damage. Okay. You frozone this shark across the battlefield. And it just latches on to this guy's calf. And is trying to do like an alligator death roll without any traction. It's doing its best. It's really out there putting in the work, putting in the time. Okay. That is your turn.
Yes, it is.
It is a dragon's turn, and this dragon is going to get up from being prone. And it is going to go ahead and make a bite attack against Emiliana. Boy, that's 3 6s in a row I've rolled, so that's only a 10 to hit.
That misses.
It gets up and snaps at you, and you're able to use your sword to run some interference.
Sword in the jaws, like pushed back.
Yeah. The guy who's got a shark on his throat is going to attempt to stab that shark. He does roll a 15 to hit.
So that does hit, yes.
Okay.
That's a big shark.
That is for 4 slashing damage
Okay.
against this shark.
That's fine.
One of these others who hears that the dragons are in trouble is going to run and see this scene, and is going to go ahead and fire a crossbow bolt at Julian. That is 4 6s I rolled in a row.
Oh my god.
So that is a 10 to hit, Julian.
That does
What
not hit.
are the odds of that? Like, seriously, what are the actual math? Anyway,
They're real bad. They're
Yeah.
really, really low.
Someone in the chat.
Any number 4 times in a row, that's 1 in 800.
I rolled 4 ones for some stat rolls earlier this week, so that happened to me.
That's a bad time to do that.
Yeah.
On a
Oh, shit. Okay.
Some of these folks will tell you that I have definitely rolled nat 20s 3+ times in a row.
Yeah.
For
Yeah,
attacks.
B, I think it's 20, factorial 4? So.
Factorial 3 because it's arbitrary number, but it's just to the third, so it's 1 in 800.
Nerds.
1 in 8,000. Excuse me. I said 1 in 800. It's 1 in 8,000.
Yeah.
Emiliana,
Cool. I'm gonna turn to Julian with these 2 dragons on either side of us. Back to back. And I'm gonna use bait and switch to like step around you and rotate our places.
Nice.
What is
So I get a +5 to my armor class until the beginning of my next turn.
very cool.
Sorry, but I'm taking it. And then I would like to attack the dragon that I already wounded, the dragon that bit me,
Sure.
or just tried to bite me.
Yeah,
And that is a dirty 20 to hit.
that will hit.
Thank God. And I'd like to make this a trip attack as well, please.
Okay.
So
It's
strength
gonna be
saving
really
throw.
unhappy at you. It does succeed at saving throw in this.
Okay, it takes 15 points of damage.
Oh God. Okay.
And I'm gonna make my offhand attack as well.
So you slice that wing completely off. Like the cut that you had started, you just continue it and amputate that wing.
That's just a 10 to hit. So I think
10
that's
does
gonna
not
miss.
hit.
Yeah.
As you go for the offhand attack, it like whips you with the other wing as it screams. Okay. Anything else for your turn, Emiliana?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay. The other dragon, even though Julian is in front of it, is still going to attack you, Emiliana. You are doing damage to...
Makes sense.
Yeah. Actually,
Armor
it's
class
not going
is-
to do that. It's going to do its poison breath on both of you. So I do need you
And
to...
the other dragon? It's probably me, the poison.
Yeah, it is. I do need you both to make Constitution saving throws.
Okay. 18.
4.
Okay. We run some numbers here. All right, Emiliana, you take 15 points of poison damage. Julian, you
Wow,
take
I'm glad I made
30
that save.
points.
All right.
This noxious, poisonous gas washes over both of you. And Emiliana, you're just a little more prepared for it because it's already happened to you once.
Yeah.
So that is its turn. Sharks are going. A lot of them are just flopping now because their people have been killed. So they're just kind of nomming on some dead dudes. Until someone tells them otherwise. One of these sharks is still on a guy. Oh, go ahead and roll that attack. I keep on doing that.
12 to hit.
12 does hit.
All right. 9 piercing damage.
Okay. Yeah, that shark locked in combat with this guy just keeps on doing its nomin until the guy collapses underneath. And the last one will attack the leader. Go ahead and roll for that.
Oh, that is gonna be the first miss. That's a 7 to hit.
Yeah, that will not hit. So as it opens its jaws again to snap down on the guy's calf, he pulls it out of the way. Bites the air. Okay, Mudpack, you are up. You've just watched a feeding frenzy happen.
Ooh.
At this point, what you see around you in this underbrush is all of those guys are dead. And you hear a lot of commotion happening a little ways away, further on in the underbrush. You
Right,
hear-
something about a dragon.
Yeah, you hear dragon stuff happening.
I'm going to head towards the dragon stuff.
Okay, you come into this little clearing, and there are 2 dragons, one of which looks really messed up. There's Emiliana, there's Julian. They both look very ill.
Mudpack is going to cast Moonbeam on the dragon that is up.
Okay.
Both still up, aren't they?
Yeah,
So
but the one
they're
who
both
has
standing.
The one that's not on its back.
yeah, the one who hasn't taken as much damage. It's going to roll its Constitution save. What's the DC on that?
That is a 14.
Okay, it does succeed, but
Whoa.
we'll still take the half damage on that 2d10.
Yes, it will. Yeah, it will. It's gonna, and it's gonna. Because I've got all my dice in different places for some reason. So that's a 7. Half of 7 is 3 or 4.
Okay. All right. So the moonbeam
No, I'm asking
shines
you, Paul,
down.
is it 3 or is it 4?
It's 3.
Okay.
it's going down.
I thought so.
Yeah, if it's going down, you round down. So as the moonbeam shines down from a cloudy sky, it recoils and seems to brace itself well enough to not take the full damage on that. But now you have the moonbeam up, and it is still shining. Anything else you'd like to do?
No, Mudpack's gonna keep his concentration on that, and yeah, he's gonna be in full like battle mode right now.
Got
because
it.
these are dragons, and that's serious business.
Julian.
And he's very small.
Okay. He is going to cast. Oh, I gotta check something.
You've still got Thunderous Smite, though?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I may not.
Oh, right.
Just barely. Okay, just barely. Still, I'm holding on to that.
Nice.
Okay. Because it's more than it was over that amount, so I had to beat the half the damage.
Yes. Yeah, it would be a 15.
Yeah, and I got a 16. So.
Nice.
Okay. He will attack because we swapped places, and now I'm faced off with the.
Honestly, you are all so
taking it,
close
right?
together that
Yeah.
you can be in melee with either
Okay,
without
cool.
taking an attack of opportunity.
All right, cool. Well, he's going to attack the one that has been getting wailed on.
Okay, you can do that.
So. Hey, that is a 22 to hit.
That will definitely hit.
Okie dokie. And that will also activate Thunderous Smite. Okay, so.
Whoa.
So, 16 slashing damage and 8 thunder damage.
Okay, so
And- Yeah.
you step in as Emiliana's grappling with it and stab upwards with your great sword right underneath its neck into its chest, and as it connects, this thunderous smite explodes from it, knocking the as it dies, it flies backwards about 10 feet and crashes into a tree nearby, limp on the ground.
So yeah, he will do that. Kind of take an exhale for a second, and then just kind of say to Emiliana, "I do hope someone is going to aid me as I fall." And that's what he will say as he maintains his eyes closed.
Okay. Harrow, you are up.
All
Did that
right,
whole
so the bandit that was in front of me is down. Is there any other ones in front of me, or
All the bandits, all of them that were right around you, were all
Yeah.
victim to the feeding frenzy.
They got
are-
numbed.
There's some
and-
sharks just hanging out.
I look behind me. Is James still being? Are there any attacking James at the moment?
Yes, James has one that's right there, and then a leader-looking person a little ways.
All right.
farther.
So, Harrow is going to aim a firebolt at the leader-looking person,
All right.
and just see. Ooh, nice. That is a 19.
19 will definitely
Hit.
hit.
Perfect. D10. That is a 10 for D10 firebolt, and when it shoots out of their hand, it's it materializes as this puff of dark smoke that then just flares into this firebolt that shoots out directly towards the big bad, the
Nice.
current big bad.
As it hits this guy right in the chest, he wheels around looking for the source of it. Does not seem happy that it has happened.
How far away is he from me at the moment?
About 12 feet.
All right, I will go ahead and move as far away as I can, as I am
Okay.
very squishy and I don't want to get into any melee range or anything.
All right.
But I will continue engaging as much as I can, though.
Okay, let's see. It is now that leader's turn.
Has he started his turn within 10 feet of me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna attempt to Halo of Spores him as well.
Oh, when did you
So
do
he-
your symbiotic entity?
I don't have to.
Oh, okay.
It's just a reaction that I have, but it increases
better
in
when
damage.
he's in
if I am
Oh,
symbiotic.
right. Got it. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, needs to make a con saving throw.
DC of
14.
A fails.
All right. Let's just give him a little spore action.
Little kid. Nice.
A big old 1 point of necrotic damage.
Okay. He does. He takes that 1 point, and it is enough to just. He was definitely going after Harrow, and this is enough to. He looks very unhappy with you, Crickstump.
He's about to attack, and then and that's it.
Yeah, he's gonna go ahead and walk away from the shark. You can allow the shark. I'm gonna say the shark can make an attack of opportunity at disadvantage.
Oh, can he now? Oh, he's going for it. Oh,
All right.
that's a 19 at disadvantage.
Yeah, 19 will hit.
Shark is committed to its mission.
This shark is going for it.
Shark has a job. It is here for a purpose.
And that's another 6 piercing damage.
Okay. Basically, the shark latches onto his leg, and he just drags the shark with him over to you, Crickstump. And as he raises a hand up, he's going to cast Inflict Wounds,
Oh no.
and that is a nat 20.
Oh fuck.
Oh. That's not
That's
good.
really not good. Okay.
Sorry, that's
I'll write that.
I hope so.
okay. Crickstump.
Yeah.
As he raises his hand, he's bloody, he's looking pale. He raises his hand and he puts it against your face and he says, "This is not the way it was supposed to be." And he just rends the life from your body. He deals 50 points of necrotic damage.
Whoa. That was a good 6 away from outright killing me. So I'm down.
And that is a perfect time for us to go to our break.
Oh my god!
So we'll see
Oh
how
my
that
God.
goes
Yeah.
on the other side of the break. Stay tuned, and we'll see how things turn out.
Crick, stop!
Okay, we are back, and we a lot has happened. A lot has happened.
You don't say.
That is the leader's turn. Still just barely hanging on, but he's there, and it's just down to Crickstump. This one that's on James is going to continue to swing a sword, but that's only a 6. Just helpless trying to fight James. And James, you are up.
I would like to take my maul and act like I'm about to swing it, but I call to the leader before I swing. Doesn't have to be this way. Lay down your weapons. You may escape this with your life.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check at disadvantage.
What? Does he really want to die for us? All right, okay. Persuasion. Disadvantage 5 + 5. That's a 10.
He kind of half growls at you, and you can see like he's looking really rough. And he says, "You've taken one of our most precious away from us. It must be this way now."
Who are you talking about?
He doesn't really respond to that.
You must think about me a lot. And I'm going to take a swing. I said, because I don't think about you at all. And I'm going to swing and kill this guy. That's a 13 + 5.
That will hit.
And it's 2d6 + 3. 4 + 5, that's 9 + 3. That is a 12 damage.
Yeah, you smash through this guy completely, leaving the only person out on the road with you at this point is the leader.
And I would like to use my movement to move towards the leader.
You do that. You
And that's
confidently
the end.
step up. All right. We're going to change the mood here for a minute. Crickstump.
Hi.
As you collapse, it's very quick. There's so much damage that you just pass right out. And instantly you know where you are and what's happened. And it's not a stressful thing in this moment. There's the smell of honeysuckle and that deep smell of grass and the sound of slowly flowing water and a voice kind of far away, almost muted, a feminine voice singing really lovely, and you can't quite pick out the words, but you know from the tune that it's an elven folk song, something you definitely have heard a lot in your life. And it is so comfortable here. You fit perfectly in this spot in the grass. Go ahead and make a death save.
That's a 19.
You take a deep breath in, kind of breathing in the honeysuckle, breathing in the grass, and knowing that you can't stay. But it's not a bad place to rest your head for a minute. All right. Back in it. That gets us to the one of the leader guys who's attacking Julian will continue to do so. And in fact, is going to cast Hold Person. So, Julian, I need you to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Oh, okay. Who is doing this?
Another one of these leaders.
Oh, okay. I didn't know we had another person come over here. Okay.
Yep.
Wisdom saving throw?
Yes.
That's a 12.
Okay, that does just barely succeed. You
Hey,
feel
yay.
you hadn't really like. There's so much going on that you hadn't really like clocked him yet. But you feel this like grip on your mind trying to take hold, and you shake it off, and he's right there trying to make life harder for you. Emiliana, you are up. You and Julian have killed one dragon. One dragon remains, as well as this other leader guy who's right there now.
Julian, you're like teetering on your feet, yeah?
He's definitely well, it was poison damage to the deck. I'd say the poison is like it's kind of like his skin's kind of like flaking or something like that. And he's standing firm, but he's clearly it's not so much that he's doing all right, but he's standing firm. It's that he's trained well enough to stand firm when he's in dire straits.
Yeah, okay. Emiliana is going to take a deep breath, healing 6 hit points with my second wind.
Got it.
And again, and she's gonna like step around you and get between you and the dragon and push you back about 5 feet. I'm gonna use my last superiority die to bait and switch another time, and you are no longer in melee with the dragon.
Cool.
And it does not provoke attacks of opportunity.
All right. So you push Julian out of the way as you make your
And
attack.
I'm going to miss that attack with a 9.
Yeah, does not hit, but you do successfully get Julian out of the way.
Yeah.
There
Cool.
was a spider just like right in front of my face. I don't even know what it's connected to. It's obviously like on a web somewhere. It's just a tiny little thing. And just the audacity.
They do that on purpose to like, I think they want to welcome themselves to the neighborhood. If they had Jello molds that small, it would be holding one for you.
It's
Like
just a
he just
little
wants to say
friend.
hi.
He just wants to say hello.
Fuck him. The ceiling, he must have crawled down like 8 feet to get here. Just go back up.
I mean, alternatively, probably more likely it's more of a what situation.
I don't understand the physics of how this thing is moving, and I don't like it. So I'm going to not pay attention to it.
Cool.
That's how I deal with problems. Great.
My armor class is only increased by 2, but
Okay.
increased by 2.
Well,
in
we'll see
total.
how that goes, because it is the dragon's turn, and it is
Yes,
going to
it
make an
is.
attempt to bite you.
Yes, it is.
But it only rolls a 7. So
This
as
is-
it's going for Julian, and as you push Julian out of the way, it snaps at the air, and just does not connect. It's going to roll to see if it gets its breath weapon back, and does not. Sharks are gone. Bye, sharks.
You did so good.
Mudpack.
Yeah. So,
There's a dragon.
Yes.
There's a leader guy.
yes.
And then Julian and Emiliana.
Yes. So, sensing the leader guy in Mudpack's concentration is like really good driving. He
Yeah.
just senses everything on the road and everything around. He just knows that there's a kid that's gonna shoot a ball out from the sidewalk. So he senses the leader guy having arrived, and he will twist his quarterstaff holding the moonbeam, and it feels like the gravity of the moon like pulling toward leader guy, so it lands right on
Yeah.
him.
Like a giant claw game.
Yeah.
He will roll a Constitution save. What's your DC for that?
That's 13, I think.
He
14. It's 14. It's 14.
He rolled a 12.
Yeah.
So he's going to take all
Oh,
2d10 of that damage.
but I am. Come here, you.
Get it.
No, I can't. That's you. That is you.
Get it. Get him, Mudpack.
Oh, that's gonna be 11 thunder damage.
Okay.
Radiant.
Radiant.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it. Thanks. I'm looking at things.
That's all good.
I do love the idea of Moon Thunder, though. That sounds awesome.
Oh, dope.
That's my new band name. Actually.
Yeah, Moon Thunder is a good metal band. Yeah, you rock him. He shies away from it, trying to hold up his hands and block out the light, which just comes streaming through him. Anything else?
Blinded by the light.
Ripped up like a douche. Anything else you'd like to do for your turn?
Middle of the day.
That was your action. If you have any bonus actions.
I don't really that I
Okay.
want to use, and I want to keep concentration on this moonbeam in case I have to move it again because there's still a dragon.
Julian,
Mhm.
you've just been pushed out of melee.
Okay.
Feeling a little woozy, but you're still on your feet.
Yes. He will open his eyes to where the guy used the hold person,
Mhm.
and he will run up to him, and remark, really now, you think me doing nothing is the only way you can succeed in this moment? Probably may have been right. And he will attack him. He's going to use bonus action to activate Thunderous Smite again.
Okay. It should be noted he's like wincing and grimacing. He's not really paying attention to what you're saying, but it sounded cool.
Yeah. And he will attack him.
All right.
That is a 24 to hit.
That will definitely hit.
Okay. He will also use a Divine Smite. So,
It's 2d8, 2d6, and another 2d6.
yep. So, 8 slashing damage, 7 thunder damage, and 6 radiant damage.
Okay.
Bam, bam.
You step up, trying to keep yourself as solid on your feet as you can. Get out your nice one-liner, swing your greatsword at him, and as it hits, between the radiant energy of the moonbeam coming down and the radiant blast coming out of your weapon attack, he is just sliced in half. And the thunderous smite booms his body parts into different directions.
Solid.
He's dead.
That's
Dead.
some anime shit right there.
Yeah, with that, so like, yeah, he'll do that attack, and then he'll waver from the attack, and then like land back in his plant position, and focus on the dragon who's still remaining as well.
Okay. That brings us to Harrow. Harrow, I think from your position, you could see Crickstump go down.
Okay. I know there was one leader guy
Yeah, and he's
with
still
the
up.
dragon.
Yeah.
There's the second leader guy. Okay.
The leader guy that's facing off against James is still up. That's the only
Yeah.
one that you can see from your position.
I know what Hera would do, and Hera would try to stop that guy. Unfortunately, they don't know Crickstump well enough, and this guy might have information. So they are going to go and use a hold person on this individual. From their components pouch, they take out a straight iron nail, and then they get down on one knee and slam the nail on the ground. A dark, shadowy energy starts webbing through the ground straight towards the guy and surrounds him. And then he needs to succeed on a wisdom saving throw.
What's the DC for that?
12.
He rolls a 10. So he is held. He is paralyzed.
Great.
Hell yeah.
So her
James is about to tear his head off.
her concentration, so it's concentration for 1 minute. She remains on the ground with one hand on holding the nail, the other one, her other hand up in case she needs to send any additional spells out.
Okay. And that brings it right to his turn. And he can't do anything on his turn, but at the end of his turn, he will try to make that saving throw again. And that time he rolls a 16.
Motherfucker.
Okay.
So he is able to break it, but James, you can see that like he's trying to get himself in a good position to defend against you, and just suddenly like freezes in place. And as you're setting up for your attack, because it is your turn, he unfreezes really fast. But he's just right there in front of you.
Burns' his turn though. That's huge.
Okay.
And a limp crick stump is at your feet.
That was cool for 6 seconds.
I mean, it did eat his turn.
6 seconds is a long time.
Yeah.
That's an inflict wounds on James that you just stopped.
It sure is.
Yeah.
That's James going down too.
All right. Okay. So, how is he looking health wise?
Oh, he looks terrible. Absolutely
All
terrible.
right. I would like to specify non-lethal damage for this guy. And I'm going to hold my maul to his face. And I'm going to ask him who sent you before I attack.
No one sent us.
Who do you work for?
Well, see, we're an independent outfit, so it's more like it's like an inverted triangle. You're focusing on your downline.
That's why he's so mad.
This is an MLM with dragons at the point.
He says we don't work for anyone.
So why are you attacking us?
He's losing a lot of blood and having some difficulty, like, putting sentences together.
Okay. All right. I specified non-lethal damage for this one, Paul.
You sure did.
All right. That is a 15 plus 5.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Unnatural. What do you say to Organ? Supernatural 20?
Unnatural.
Dirty
20.
Dirty 20. Supernatural 20. I like that.
Dirty 20.
That's a Dean 20.
That's
Thank you.
nasty 20.
That is a 3 for the first one, but the other one rolled a 1, so I'd like to use my great weapon fighting for the second roll.
Yeah, you will.
And that is a 6, so a 6 plus a 3 plus that's 9 damage total.
Yeah.
3 plus, okay.
You hit him in the head with your maul. You know, he may have a fractured skull. He may not be able to walk, but he is still technically alive. And as his unconscious body hits the ground, somehow he's not dead.
Good. We'll bring him back. And I don't have any bonus actions to heal Quick Stop. Damn it. I'm sorry, Crick, but that's the end of my turn.
I got a couple turns. Don't worry about it.
Fine.
We're fine.
Watch him roll a natural 1. Oh my god, I'll feel so bad.
I would still be okay.
Don't speak that into the universe. Why would
That
you
would still
say
be
that?
okay. That would still be okay.
I still have a couple turns if that happens, so we're fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Quick
Well,
stump.
that turn included.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's good?
You can hear the voice getting just a little bit closer. And there's definitely a part of you that wants to open your eyes and see your sister. But for the moment, you wait. You take in the feel of the breeze against your skin. And you wait to see what happens. Go ahead and roll a death save.
That is a 7.
You feel a bit of a shift as she sits down next to you.
Shouldn't you be in school?
She doesn't respond. She just continues to sing. And you can feel a flower being woven into your hair.
I just sigh in contentment. Just yeah. All right.
That brings us back to Emiliana.
All right.
You've got a very pissed off looking dragon looking at you.
Played all my tricks. I'm just gonna make both attacks against this thing.
Okay.
That is a 11 and a 24.
First will not hit, second will.
11 points of damage.
11 points of damage. All right.
Yeah. Kick its ass. Kick that dragon in the behind. Let's go.
I'm going to have it make a roll here.
Team hype. Let's go.
It is going to make the choice to flee.
Smart choice, dragon.
As it takes off, Emiliana, you will get an opportunity attack if you wish.
I choose not to.
Okay. It raises up into the air and hesitates for like just a moment, wanting revenge so badly against you. And then it takes off over the trees. And it is gone.
It will be a plot years in the making.
Yeah, that's
The birth of Smaug.
James, I need you to tell me what you are doing in this moment.
I would like to look at the leader's body to see if there's any identifying things on him before I move forward, like any organizations that he's with, anything like that.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Okay, Union
Investigation. -1. We'll see how this goes. Okay, that's a 12 -1.
All right. You begin to search the body. Crickstump. As you start to relax a bit more into the grass, and you hum along a little bit to the folk song, I need you to make a death save.
Where is it? There it is.
You have 1 fail, 1 success.
Is that a success?
Yeah,
Or...
10 is.
Okay, I rolled a 10. So
Okay.
I couldn't remember if it was on the low side or the high side there. So
All right.
And
That is a success. And Harrow, why don't you tell me what you are doing in this moment?
yeah, we're out of combat, correct?
We're out of combat. We're still
All right.
kind of watching the clock for the purposes of this, but
So DM, I know some people have different rules for this, but I have a first level spell that says the range is self. Would I be able to use that on somebody else, or is that only for myself?
that is only for yourself.
Gotcha. So unfortunately, I cannot help, but I do have that. Did Crickstomp take the healing potion when we were with
Nope.
Mariah?
Well,
You took
No, he took the stone. Okay.
what I'd say is that if you'd like to search Crickstump
Mm-hmm.
for a potion, that is something you can
Yes.
certainly do.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and see if there's anything.
Okay, go ahead and roll
On.
investigation check.
All right, that is a 15.
All right. Crickstump, do you have any healing potions on your person?
I do not.
Okay, you...
All right.
Harrow, you run over and drop to a knee and begin searching through Crickstump's belongings. Crickstump, you have 1 fail, 2 successes. And I need you to make another death save.
Depending on this, I do have a potion of healing on my person.
Got it.
Before I do, can I ask a question? Okay, so this is technically a saving throw, yes?
Yes.
So could I use my lucky feat for it if I were to roll badly?
Let me
Is it-
take a look.
Damn.
Th-
That is how lucky works.
It's
My
I just
instinct
thought
is
of it.
yes. I
Okay.
just
Because
want to
it's-
double check.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the
James, do
same
you
thing
have your-
for halfling luck. Halfling luck,
Yeah.
same thing. A death saving throw. Could
Yeah.
If they got 1, they would not.
Yep,
So.
you
James,
definitely,
Alright,
do
you
you have
definitely
your
can.
aura yet?
all right. Cool. Well, yes.
Aura? Not that will help Crickstone.
Might be level 6.
Yeah, I think it's 6.
That is a 6.
Okay.
Oh,
Are you going to use a luck point at this moment?
Not
or are you
yet.
going to hold on to it? Okay.
I'm gonna hold on to it.
Crickstump, you can feel that she's starting to weave like a little daisy crown into your hair. And
Alright.
you find yourself humming along more with
You know,
her.
you really should be getting back to class. You know that, right?
James, you search this individual, and from what you can find, you find some like writings, like a little manifesto. This was one of the leaders of a group that called themselves the Order of the Green Dragon, and they worship green dragons as gods. And so apparently when they came across a couple of green dragon wormlings, that was a pretty big deal for the organization. Harrow, what would you like to do?
Hera is going to dig into their bags and pull out the potion of healing they had and just kind of like grab the cork, bite it off, and just grab Crickstump's head and just like, come on, buddy, I just met you, can't lose you now, and just sort of give the potion of healing to their new friend.
Okay, Crickstump, you hear she finally says something. And she says, Crick, aren't you ever going to stay a while?
Eventually. But you know what? It's just I gotta get going.
And with that, the sounds and the smells of the swamp fade away, and you open your eyes feeling pretty awful, and find yourself looking up at Harrow.
You good, buddy? You okay?
Not really.
Oh, I feel you've been there before. You want a drink?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Takes out her flask and immediately hands it over.
I don't stop.
Oh, all right, buddy. I need some of that. Can't take all of it.
The rest of you make your way back to the main road.
I would like to say, so as soon as the dragon took off, Julian would walk over to the corpse of the green dragon that he did kill, and he would kneel down, and kind of like standing next to it, he like plants his sword and kind of rests his head against the sword and starts to pray.
Okay.
While he is praying, if at all possible, Emiliana would like to collect just like a couple of scales.
Yeah, definitely reverent as Julian prays, and you get in there with like a crowbar and begin like wrenching off pieces of it.
Yep.
Mudpack looks at this scene and just marvels at the balance of the universe and how it all just seems to happen like that.
Yeah.
And
like
then he'll head back to the wagon.
Like you're taking the bumpers off of a broken down car. You were just
Yep.
Go ahead and make a survival check, Emiliana. We'll see how much you can collect.
Survival. 18.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to get 3 small green dragon scales. After your arms are so sore from trying to wrench the things off that you feel like it's not worth it anymore.
And then he will finish his prayer. He's not bothered by collecting the scales and everything like that. Otherwise, it's just a corpse of an animal and it's not being used for anything. So yeah, he finishes his prayer, stands up, and then as he makes his way onto the path, he wants to make sure everything's okay. So he is going to do one of his divine senses to see if there's anything within 60 feet.
Yeah, you send your awareness out and nothing comes back.
And that's for...
Except for...
Celestial fiends, undead, nothing like that, of course.
Yeah, you do get a bit of a celestial presence nearby.
Okay.
You're not really sure what that's about, but it doesn't feel like alarming. And other than that, you don't get anything.
Okay.
Yeah, eventually everyone kind of starts to regroup. And James, what do you got?
So the guy that I hit is still alive, technically, right?
Yeah, technically so.
Can I see if he's awake? I butt him with my maul, like, hey, can I kick him around, see if he's awake?
Yeah, you start to kick him around. He makes a lot of rattled breathing noises. Does not immediately. He's still at 0 hit points. He does not wake up from just poking at him.
Mudpack sees James doing this and asks, "Do you want to ask him something?" I have some stuff called Keep Awake. I've never been able to use it, but maybe we could wake him up with that. Sorry, Paul, I'm pulling that out. I'm pulling it out of my back pocket.
I relate to everyone what was in the manifesto about them worshipping green dragons, especially baby dragons. So I guess we killed their gods, and I have some questions.
Just the one.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, true. Well, there's still hope for him. So if you would like to use that so we can interrogate this guy.
Hey, James, in all fairness, they did fire bolts at us first. So.
Oh yeah, totally.
I'm thinking they were
all around.
I'm thinking they were wanting to trap travelers to sacrifice to their gods. Yes, feed them.
Has anyone seen Lebrick?
No, that's a good question.
Lebrec pops up from underneath the seat.
I figured it's, yeah.
Hello, you lot. That was quite an adventure.
Is that how you like to do your adventuring, from underneath the bench?
Well, there's a difference between adventure and, slaughter. I'm all good for a hike and a climbing and roughing it, and I'm not you.
That's fair.
Doesn't mean anything. Anyway,
And,
he is funding our mission, so thank you, sir.
yeah,
I am much more good to you and to everyone if I'm alive.
You know what?
True.
I agree with that. I would love to see you alive and well.
Me as well. Yeah, James, as you're leafing through, you also see that part of the mission of the group, as is with dragons in general, is they want to build the hoard for the dragon. So you could imagine with not much imagination that killing travelers, stealing things to gather a hoard up for a dragon, probably in line with that.
You know,
Okay.
you know what I find strange is there was two wormlings with them. This might mean that there's a bigger one, right? Are we in agreement with this?
Not necessarily,
no,
unless they track down children, young dragons that simply were by themselves.
I would hope
Yeah.
not stick around long enough to find out. Can we
Lebec
get the
says,
card from
that
the-
sounds terrible. I certainly hope that is not the case.
Well,
Fair enough.
hoping goes only so far. But I agree with Emiliana. Maybe we should carry on.
I
Not stick
think
around?
that's probably a good idea.
If it's all the same to you, I'm gonna lie down in the wagon.
Oh,
Yeah.
Take a load off,
Um,
Crickstump. You've earned it.
yeah.
James.
One more attempt to wake this guy up before we leave, just in case he does this shit again to anybody else in the road.
Sure. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna poke him one more time and look through his manifesto and start
You're-
reading it aloud.
You're
to
going to
him.
have to actually give him a hit point if you want him to
all right.
wake up. Because he's got 0
One
hit
hit
points.
point.
He's stable.
Does
but he's not waking up unless you...
I
Does he
give him
have
exact-
Does he have any money before?
Oh,
Oh,
Does he
yeah.
have any gold
as,
on him?
as you're looking through his stuff, he's got 18 gold on him.
Give it to Harrow.
Thanks.
And
Am I gonna need that to replenish my potion healing I had to use on a buddy over here?
yeah, that whole person is pretty cool. So I give this guy 1 hit point.
He looks around kind of blankly. You can see his eyes are like totally bloodshot.
I look at him and I say, "Did you see your gods on the other side?"
I saw nothing.
Nothing. Then you are of no use, and I'm just going to stab him in the face.
Great.
Julian will stop him.
What would you like to do to attempt to stop James?
Like when he goes to like raise his arm, he'll like just grab his arm.
Okay. James, is that something you are acquiescing to?
Yeah, I want to hear what Julian has to say.
So he'll grab his arm and then kind of throw it off and be like, "You brought him back to consciousness, therefore he gets to leave.
But he tried to kill us.
So what? You decided to bring him back to life, therefore he gets to leave.
I only had a couple of questions for him.
So you're going to kill him after you finish with your questions? That doesn't seem noble in any way, shape, or form."
Who said I was noble?
I don't know.
Hey, James. I sit up in the wagon. I'm pretty sure he tried to kill me first, so I think I should have first say, don't you think?
that's a
Go
point.
ahead.
Kick his
Yes.
ass down the road and let him be, all right? And then I lay back down in the wagon.
You should note that he's not really moving.
So Julian will kind of like reach down and grab the guy's arm, and he will pass on with lay on hands 5 more hit points to him.
Okay.
And then kind of like not like aggressive. He's like offering to like he's trying to lift the guy back up onto his feet.
Okay.
Mudpack would want to impart some final words to him as well.
Yeah, as you do that, he does take 3 points of damage because there's a lot of internal stuff going on.
Got it.
He does make it to his feet. Pretty sure he has a broken neck, but he is currently standing.
And he will say to him, he'll be like, "One of your sacred creatures remains alive. I suggest you track it down.
But first, perhaps go see to your fallen god. And if you can give him any rights, whatever you would do to be well with your soul.
I gave him what rights I know, but I know they are not necessarily shared with yours, and I apologize that a situation such as this had to commence as it did, but please, go on your way, and find your other, and hopefully soothe it in this trying time.
He staggers off. You can stick around to see what happens to him, or you can also go. That is up to you.
So with that, Julian will climb back up into the wagon, and he'll give a just kind of like a gentle pat to Crickstump and give him 5 more hit points as well, and be like, "Oh, you're looking good. Looking good, all right, lad."
Like with most of my face just bleeding, like yeah.
Hey, you're looking fine.
Yeah.
I'm quite certain Vondel would punch me in the face if I didn't let you continue on with the journey. So.
I want to sit by Harrow. Oh, the stock of gods. Can I have a drink?
And Mudpack, you had something?
Yeah, Mudpack wanted to call to Crickstump and toss up the healing potion for him. So there we go. And also, is there anything we need to do to get the wagon out of the ditch?
After the next little bit, it takes a little bit of work to get the wheels out. Something that could be done in like 10 minutes. It was just you didn't have 10 minutes. But before long,
a dragon.
Just
mending cantrip.
Before
To go
long,
faster?
you're able to get the wagon out of the ditch that's been carved, and you arrive. You head back out on the road. The next evening and the next day is somewhat uneventful, especially compared to the pretty epic battle you had on the road. And as evening starts to come at the end of day 2 of your journey, you find yourselves in a little bit of civilization. The wagon, and all of you are very grateful to see like buildings, maybe a place to get a drink, like other people. Your wagon rolls past a sign that says Caliber's Gulch, and you see a bounty board underneath it.
Damn it.
Sorry.
And as the wagon enters Caliber's Gulch, that is where we'll end tonight's session.
Slithers gold.
Yay!
So
There's a bounty board.
good work, players.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. Everybody survived.
Indeed.
Skin of our teeth.
Congrats.
Yep.
Want to thank you
Very
so much for watching. We are so glad to be able to share this story with you. Remember, if you like what you see, check us out on Patreon, because there's so much more stuff there that you're not seeing here. And if you really want to know what happens with all this, what happens when they get to the town of McIntyre, what happens here in the town of Caliber's Gulch, well, you're just going to have to tune in next week to the Adventurers Guild. Bye, everybody!
Bye.